Yo, welcome back to my channel. I am on to, I think I'm up to number 5. Yeah, this is my 5th video featuring a pattern that I've picked using the Marshall Cavendish Make It Easy sewing pattern collection. For this video I thought I'd do something different, and because it's coming into summer here in Australia and I need more summer related clothes, I thought I would have a crack at putting 2 of the patterns together to make a 2-piece set. So I've picked this pattern, number 12, and if you can see these the skirt pattern in this one, so I'm probably going to do the mini but with the button front variation. So that's going to be the bottom part of the outfit, and then in the exact same fabric I'm going to make a top. So this is number 25 and I'm going to use the bodice section of this dress, so just this top bit. I'm not going to do the skirt, so that way I have a skirt and a top set. They can be worn together and look like a dress, or they can be worn separately. So that's 3 outfits with 2 pieces. Am I a genius or am I a genius? Don't ask me why my lighting keeps changing. It's a weird day. It's a weird day outside. Okay, so let's get cracking. Okay, so in terms of fabric, I was planning on using the May Gibbs print, but then I changed my mind at the very last minute, like I always do, and instead I'm going to use one of my own designs, and it's called Art Masterpieces, and it features a heap of different famous artists and artworks. Right, so first up I'm going to cut out my pattern pieces. My plan is to mix the fabric, so I've got an orange background and a dark purpley blue background, so I'm going to try and mix them up, kind of patchworky, and make it look deliberate. For the skirt I am going to cut out a medium, and for the bodice I'm going to cut out the largest size, and I have no idea why I decided to do that, but that's what I did. Alrighty, it's time to get sewing. I'm going to work on the skirt first. I'm going to sew in the darts on the front 2 pieces and the back 2 pieces, and then I will join the 2 back pieces together to become one big giant piece. Hi, I just want to show an accurate description of what it looks like to be working with a toddler in a studio. Riley, show us what you've done. Start with Squizzer. What do you got orange? What's that all over you? Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that face, it's covered in paint. Can't take you anywhere, Riley. This is what the back looks like, all finished with darts and middle seam done. Now it's on to adding the button plackets on both the front pieces. I got up to about here and then realised that I needed pockets, so I hacked this pattern. So this isn't from the original pattern at all, I just needed pockets. So I sketched up a rough pattern piece on paper and cut out 4 pieces, 2 of the pattern fabric and 2 in a light blue cotton for the pocket lining. So now it's time to assemble the pocket pieces. I lay the front piece and the lining piece from the pockets right sides together, sew them together, overlock them, clip any curves that I need to. This is what they look like. And then once that's done, I flip them right sides out, pin them onto the front of the skirt and sew them down in place. I'm going to jump back over to the button placket again, fold it once and then again, and then pin it down and then sew it down. She's coming together, which is very exciting. So now it's time to sew the front and the back pieces together at the side seams. Next up is the waistband. So pin all the way along one edge and sew it down. I've interfaced it as well and then overlocked around the edges and pressed the top edge down about 1/2 centimetre so that it's ready to be finished. Now don't forget to leave about 1 centimetre overhang on either edge of the waistband. Sew it down, trim it down and clip the corner, ready to point it out right side out with a nice pointy, I don't know, tool. And then pin the waistband, sew the bottom edge down, and that's your waistband done. Here's a little bit of buttonhole ASMR. I need to hem up the bottom of the skirt and then hand sew the buttons on, and then the skirt is done. Bodice time. Okay, so this is probably going to take significantly less time to make than the skirt, which is good because I have kids. And here's one coming now. So just gonna pin the side seams all together first, so I have a rough idea of what it's gonna look like, and then sew them down and overlock them so they're pretty. What? Oh. Onto one of what I think is one of the most painful jobs to do while you're sewing, aside from ironing, is turning out straps. Pin and then baste stitch your straps into place onto the bodice. Let's chuck on a zip. And to finish her off now, I'm just going to tidy up all my random threads because sometimes I suck at clipping my threads while I go. And then I had this like fluoro yellow bias binding that I ordered from Spotlight that was not the color I expected, so I picked that to use with this, and that's just how I'm going to finish the seam at the top of the top or bodice. And yeah. So pin your bias binding around and sew it down. Then the last step is to hem the bottom, and that's done. Let's have a looky. Hey. This is a reminder to you always continuously try on what you are making. Because this doesn't fit me. Look where the stripes are sitting. That's what it says on the pattern, but that's weird. Adjustments need to be made on this top, so I'll bring it in and I'm gonna move the straps over. Look at this. Hold on. Whoa! In other news, this is why you need to make these. I should have measured. I should have measured the paper pattern. You don't just assume that if you pick if you're a medium, you pick the medium and it's going to fit you, especially with vintage patterns. So I fluffed this too. I cut a medium out of this. The actual possibility of the medium fitting me is low, significantly low. The waist is tiny. So yeah, if I hold it up to this is a similar skirt. That's the side there, and this is the side seam there. So it's about that much too small either side. So this is probably about like instead of like a size 12, I'd say it's a size 8. Like it's still really good. Like it's really cool. I might just, there's no way I can do a little reveal though. I don't want to ruin this. It's already good and it's completely finished. That is a reminder. No matter how many times you make something or how many times you sew, you're always, patterns are always going to be different. So measure. I really, really love the fabric and I really love how it turned out, but the sizing is wrong. I'm thinking I'll change the buttons on the skirt and then I'll probably chuck it up on my website for sale or my Instagram. It's fine, it happens. The top fits me, but the skirt doesn't. I really like the shape of the skirt though, so I'll make another one. And next time I will measure the pattern on the paper before I cut out my fabric. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.